Okay, so today we're diving into a story that's, well, it's a lot. It weaves together claims of a really dramatic arrest, a massive global conspiracy theory, and the prophesied arrival of a modern day Messiah. Let's get right into the source material that lays all this out. Talk about starting right in the middle of the action. This one sentence. Apparently, we are under arrest. It just drops you right into the chaos. It's the spark that lights the fuse for everything that's about to unfold. So, where did this all kick off? Well, the whole story is anchored by one specific, very tense confrontation that happened in Israel. What the source material tells us is that this group of religious figures had a major run in with Israeli police. They described the scene as being chaotic, feeling like they were rushed and that the law was just completely tossed aside. This one incident, this one arrest, becomes the catalyst for everything else. And you have to look at the words they use here. These aren't just minor complaints, you know? They're not just saying the arrest was unfair, they're calling it total prejudice and religious victimization. They even go so far as to label the authorities' actions as anti-Semitic. So in their eyes, this was a direct attack on their faith. So that's what makes you wonder, right? Was this just a one-off thing, a big misunderstanding? Or, as they believe, was it a sign of something much, much bigger at play? And this is where the story really widens. Because according to them, that incident in Israel, that wasn't an anomaly. It was just one piece of a worldwide pattern of persecution. And we're not just talking about one country here. The claims get way bigger, stretching to the United States with allegations of harassment by the FBI. They talk about being denied basic human rights, being held at gunpoint, and just generally being treated like dangerous criminals. They see it all as one big, coordinated campaign against them. And get this quote. It tells you everything you need to know about how they see the world. There's this feeling of inevitability. It's not just something that might happen. They see it as a destiny that every single one of their members will have to face. It's become a central part of their identity. So you gotta ask, why? Why would all these global powers supposedly be targeting this one group so intensely? Well, according to the sources, the answer isn't about what they've done. It's about what they know. And this brings us right to the absolute heart of their entire belief system. It's a conspiracy theory they call the Christ cover-up. Okay, so let's break this down. The idea here is huge. They believe the Messiah is literally on Earth right now. But they claim that powerful forces, which they call principalities of darkness, are working around the clock to hide this fact from everyone. And all that persecution they feel they're facing, in their view, it's a direct attack from the people behind this cosmic cover-up. So what's the motivation? I mean, why go through all that trouble? Well, it all comes down to one thing: power. This quote just lays it out bare. They believe that the world's governments, the systems of control, are absolutely terrified. Terrified that if the Messiah's real identity gets out, their whole house of cards is going to come tumbling down. And that, of course, begs the biggest question of all. If there's a massive cover-up, who is this person at the very center of it all? Now, they claim this isn't just a belief. They point to what they say is actual proof, found in what are called Torah codes. The idea is that there are hidden messages embedded in the ancient Hebrew text, and they claim they found over 300 of these codes that all point to the name of this prophesied Messiah. So for them, this is science, not just faith. And the name they say is hidden in all those codes? It's Rael. And, just to be crystal clear, they believe he is the returned Messiah. So what's his mission? Well, it's about as big as it gets. First, spread the word everywhere. Then, literally bring the kingdom of heaven down to earth. And with that, bring back peace. And finally, put a stop to, well, all of this, before the world self-destructs. You can really feel the urgency in their message. And to really hammer this home, the sources attribute this quote directly to him. It's a major statement tying him directly to the biblical line of King David, and using a title straight out of the book of Revelation. It's about as direct a claim to being the Messiah as you can possibly make. Okay, so if the Messiah is here, and his identity is being suppressed, what happens next? This is where we get to the final piece of their prophecy, a judgment for all of humanity. According to them, things are already in motion. There's a sequence, a kind of timeline, and it's happening right now. They say the harvest has started, and so has your judgment. This leads them to a pretty stark warning. Start preparing to evacuate because soon the only safe place left on the planet will be by Christ's side. So in the end, it all comes down to this one simple choice. The way they frame it, all of humanity is at a crossroads. You can either stay in the darkness, which is the world as it is now, or you can step into the light of this new revelation. But they're very clear that this whole process, it's not going to be easy. There's a real heaviness to this quote. It's like a parent warning their kids about something difficult ahead. They're saying, the judgment, the harvest, this shall not be pleasant. It really underlines the seriousness of how they see this moment in history. And this is what they leave us with, the final question they pose to the world. From their perspective, all the proof is there. The prophecies have come true, so they ask everyone else a very simple but very challenging question. With all this laid out in front of you, why wouldn't you want to follow?